Hello guys and welcome to this video. Today we will look at the In Falsus gameplay trailer. If you have never heard of In Falsus is a game that will come out early next year and is made by Loviro, who are known for their game Archaea, which is a mobile 3D story-driven rhythm game. I make a lot of videos about it. I'm very passionate about it. The story is insanely good and also the gameplay is very peak, and now they are moving to PC. First of all, the name In Falsus actually has a meaning. I know this is a very side info and it is only very story important of what I'm seeing, but In Falsus, or the term falsus, is used in court, which means if you're false in one thing, you're false in everything. So if you're a witness in court and you lie about something, the stuff that you said can be all taken as lies and have no weight to it at all to the process. So this thing, if you're false in one thing, you're false in everything, also fits very well to the game, which we will go through when we look at the game itself. So let's start into the trailer. I will stop every now and then and explain some stuff that I found out, because the release of the trailer has now been 6 hours ago, so they have posted a lot of stuff and there is a lot of stuff on the website and also on the Steam page that they have made. I have linked everything that I've used in the description so you can look at it yourself, and also wishlist the game on Steam, because that will be the best thing you can do to be announced for new stuff. I will myself also make a lot of videos about it when it is out, so I will do gameplay, I will do everything, because this game just looks so fucking good. But now, let's go into it. And here's the first thing. From your bleeding wear from your bind. So that is the thing that I think you can see it very well here, which all of these have around their necks. So you can sort of tell what they are thinking or what they're seeing, because she said she's bleeding there, and that it has a nice color. So it's sort of the thing that all of them have. There is something special about it, I think. And now she says, what are you all curious about? So maybe it shows like emotions or something that is, so just shows when you are thinking about something and you're very sad, or something. It just beeps it in Morse code, or I don't know. And here this hold it, remember, if you tell me a lie, I'm going to know. This is also one of the sentences of why I think these binds can tell what you're thinking. It will also show if you tell a lie or something. So, I don't know. That is my theory. There we are in the gameplay. And I will stop here for a second. So, about the gameplay. We've only seen a few seconds, there are some more bits after this, but I will want to talk about it now. So, if we go on the website, they have the gameplay here, and they say the rhythm gameplay of In Falsus is interactively woven with the narrative on the protagonist's journey. The characters will cross soul to soul with others, or at times themselves. In these encounters, brace against a barrage of incoming notes and a sweeping array of field. Maybe they wanted to say fields? I don't know. Face challenges and rise higher with each and every song, guided through 4 difficulties that bring you to flow and mastery. And if we look at this little video they gave us here, it shows us it is a 6-lane game. So what you can see here, maybe I can make this a bit bigger. You can see this 6-lane gameplay with normal hold notes, we have normal clicking notes, and we have these field notes, which also have this left and right sweep, which are sort of flick, I think. These have this flick mechanic, so you need to move your mouse a bit faster. They've also posted how this works. If we go on their Twitter, they have posted this picture. So you see you playing with Shift, A, S, D, F, and space. So you're playing 6 lanes with 5 fingers, which as itself is a very unique concept and not that much seen. And the upper lanes are played with your mouse. So you move your mouse left and right to move it on the lane itself. I don't know if clicking needs to be involved. They did not talk about this, but I personally think you only need to move your mouse around, because clicking would be, in my eyes, too much of input into your mind, because you need to manage 6 lanes with 5 fingers, and then also you need to move your mouse above. What we're also seeing is this up here seems to be the score, the normal score. And then we have a second scoring system, which will be connected to these characters, which also have a sort of HP line, and we have an enemy that we are fighting. That is seen in some other rhythm games. Crystallium did that, and also there are some other rhythm games that do this kind of system, so this is nothing that revolutionary. Let's talk about that real quick. The difficulties in the game. In this picture we see we have minimal, evolution or evolve, something like that, evolved. Then we have ultimate, and the last one is hidden. We do not see the name of this. Even when I scroll in, it does not show it. Let's go back to the trailer and look at the rest. Now we have these 5 characters. The first one is Nia Kana. I love her art design. I think this is my favorite character of them all, because like these hairs, dude, holy, they look so good. And on the website, they also present all the characters. Ayo, Cutting Trappy here. I forgot to mention something in the video about this on the website. In Falsus follows the separate perspective of 5 girls making their way through high school in the near future world. Their lives take a sharp turn one day as they are bid to join a strange program, and soon are forced to face an undiscovered side of their reality. I forgot about this when I was recording this. The comments below every character that I will read are from the person that is doing this program, this strange program. Just wanted to say this. Now back to the video. So if we look at her first, we have this little description. I don't want to think about it, about bad stuff, about the future. I mean, if you can be happy, why wouldn't you be? She's 16 on high school, and her comment is living with her parents, nervous, very nervous, a regular sort of adolescence these days. Her interests are ordinary for a lonely girl as well, friendless, which is a very weird description of what we are seeing. She has no friends, and her interests are ordinary for a lonely girl as well. What does that mean? Like, what does a lonely girl do? Huh? Then we have May, older. Music isn't everything to me. No, or at least I don't want it to be. I perform because I have to perform. Sure, I like it, but let's talk movies way before we talk about music. She's also 16, she's also at the high school, lives alone in her own 2-story maisonette. Rent, utilities, all expenses are covered by herself, naturally. Quite disinterested, frustrated. She reminds me of myself. Admirable, hobbies, friendless. Let's go on. Now we have Ayame Takatsuki. I hope I'm speaking these names right. If I'm not, I'm sorry. Her saying is, it was a great exhibit. You would like the clothes. Come with us next time. And my wonderful piece is there too. I told you. The painted sky really can look like heaven. She's also 16, and she is enrolled in the Amachi Institute of Art and Design. The comment on her is lives in her school dorms. Sociable, amiable, rather natural about it. She's a bother, essentially. Too clever, too careful. An awarded painter and rather surrounded by friends. So in contrast to the others, she is not at a high school, and she's also not friendless. She is very surrounded by people. Let's go on to the next one. Iris Leo. Iris Leo, the character that I like the second most, because I just love these hairs in this game. They're so good. Surviving comes down to 3 lessons. Swing thirst, guard up, and swing to hurt. The only people who complain about cheap shots in a fight are the ones left on the ground. She's also 16, and she's enrolled in the Oscar Beck High School, so a different high school than the first 2 girls. The comment on her is lives with her parents and younger sister. I think I'll go to meet her first. She will not be at school, so the message otherwise wouldn't reach her. Can't misstep here. Or she will be expelled before the offer is extended. Charming, violent, and we share hobbies. Friendless, but she wasn't always. So she had friends sometimes, and also she is charming and violent. I mean, that's a combo, I don't know. And we share hobbies. So whoever talks about her also likes fighting? Or also is a bit in this charming, violent, I don't know. Maybe something in that direction. Let's go on. And then we have Story Etienne, which is a weird name. Like, all these others have like Nia, May, Ayame, Iris, Story. What is that name? This is weird. This is very weird, the name. There are over 200 million works about it. I've read through almost 300 of those. Not everything written has worth with time you're able to discern. She's also 16, she's enrolled in the Xenia Academy. So her comment is transferred to this country a few years ago from overseas and now lives in her school's dorms. Her family situation will not be discussed. She's a mute, apparently. It seems she chose to be one around when she transferred. Honestly, a fiercely voracious reader. That is understandable. Her record and previous friendships will also not be discussed. So she does not have any background story. We don't know her background story. She came in here from overseas and she is sort of a learner, it seems. So she's the nerd in the group. We have the violent one, we have the loved one, we have the, I don't know how to describe her, the music lover, and we have the lonely one, the shy one, which is a very, very interesting combo. Going back to the trailer, we'll look at the next thing. And so there's the reveal of the third category, which is card integration. I'll let this run through a bit and then I will explain what we're seeing. And there's the end of the trailer. Like we said, wishlist this on Steam. And now let's talk about the biggest and last topic of this video. The card integration. So I have the picture here, and what we can see is there are 5 categories of characters, which are referring to the 5 characters that the game has. We can see that there are these weird preview things of what the tweets say, that this is a sort of crafting recipe for it. You get these little red and blue shards when you play, so as a reward for playing. And these characters have certain abilities. So they have this iota used. So this is the currency that you need for this. Then we have an average potence of 91. I don't know what that means. And then we have penalties: overload, out of bounds, overleap, and disconnect. I think this refers to when do you lose some sort of HP, because they have defense and power over here. So if you tap too fast, that is normally called an overload. So if you just spam your keys and get a lot of earlies and even spam when there is no node on the lane, you will get this overload penalty, which will probably result in yourself taking damage. Then we have out of bounds. Out of bounds probably refers to the upper layer of the gameplay. So it probably refers to this upper line where the fields are. So if you are out of bounds there, you get this penalty when you lose a node there. That could be. Then we have overlap, which probably means when you, for example, have a node on this lane, on the third one here, and you're tapping the third lane, you hit the node, but you also tap the lane after it, and you will get a penalty for that. So you will lose HP or something. And then we have disconnect. For real, I don't know what this means. I can only assume what it means. My assumption is that you sort of lose your combo or whatever. That could mean disconnect, or when you tap the pause button. I don't know what disconnect could mean. Maybe you can put in the comments what you are thinking about it. So this next part is recorded while cutting, because I noticed that the explanation I gave in the recording is very weird and not as good as I thought it would be. So I'm doing this again. This is something that you will see before every play you do on a song. You have your cards that you crafted with your materials, and you have these enemies over here. You need to look at this cycle up here first. So what I get of this is this normal cycle that you know from different games, that purple is weak to green, green is weak to red, red is weak to blue, blue is weak to yellow, and so on and so forth. And these colors are on the cards as well. So if you look in here, we can see this also, because green does more damage to yellow, so your card will get more damage when we are at that fighting stage of the game. And here, the green card will deal more damage to the purple that is shown up here. There are also special abilities maybe, which are in these slots, but I do not know that. It's not shown. And then you have this difficult down here, and also total power and total defense. What I think this is it refers to the two scoring systems. So we have the normal scoring system with you hit your notes, you get your points as normal, as you know from every rhythm game. And the second one will be a damage score system. So the better cards you have, the better damage scores you get. So this is something you can do on every chart over and over again, and it keeps the game to be repetitive to play. This is the system I'm getting of this. It is pretty complex, so reading it out of this image is very very hard. So if you have any ideas, put them down in the comments. If we look into here again, you can see this HP of the character is going down slowly. Even if they play right, they are getting damage, and maybe they heal when the bar goes full. And then we have this enemy over here where we also have phases, which probably refers to these things here. So the first enemy has 500, the second 2000, and so on and so forth. And you need to defeat these enemies with the different characters you have. And you can also do over damage, which will probably increase this encountering score. That is of what I'm seeing right now. This is all I have about this. I hope this video was not that chaotic. I'm recording for 36 minutes now. And we have one last thing in the trailer. If we look in the ending, we can see a character appear slowly. There she is. I don't know who this is. We have not seen a character with a green tie. She looks like her, but she does not have a tie. No of these characters. Oh, she has a tie, but it's blue. But it's also not that tie, so it's not this too... We've not seen a character with this tie, which is interesting. Maybe this is the protagonist that we play, or our enemy or something like that. We don't know. And then this cuts off right as it gets to the phase. And yeah, we need to wait for 2026. Bro, I want to play this so badly. If you guys want to see more of this, I will play this game as soon as it comes out, and I will look at everything I can find about this. And on the day there is something new, there's a demo or something, you will see a video on this channel. If you do not want to miss that, go subscribe to my channel. Go join the Discord, the link is down below. I hope you're as hyped as me now. And if you have questions, things that you found or things that you disagree with me with, I will reply to every comment that comes up. But please give me some time. I'm not online 24/7. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye bye. 私が気にすることか。ないよ。私ずっとあなたのそばにいるよ。きっと何があっても。